The Arab League today disbanded its peacekeeping mission to Syria and called on the UN Security Council to send a joint UN Arab team. Amateur video appears to show Syrian forces resuming their attacks in the city of Homs after a brief lull yesterday. Protesters say at least 4 people were killed. Clarissa Ward reported from inside Syria this past week. She joins us now from just across the border in Turkey. Clarissa, good evening to you. This is your second trip inside the country since the uprising began. I wonder how different it was this time.
It's incredible how much has changed just in the last 2 months. When I was in Damascus at the end of November, protests were still considered very daring, if you will. Now people are out protesting every single night, for the most part without real fear, although the government does still have regime forces, snipers, who have been known to target people attending those protests, but definitely seen a real shift in the number of rebels and the amount of terrain that they have been able to carve out for themselves.
Let me ask you about that, because a lot of names have been used to describe what is happening now. I just said it was an uprising. It's been called a revolution. Some say it's a civil war. What do you call it?
I think at this stage, it would be fair to call it an uprising, but there are real fears on the ground about the possibility of a civil war. It's important to remember that these rebel forces are not united. There is not a cohesive leadership. They're all from different sects and they have different interests. And for that reason, there's a very grave concern that tensions could flare between the different sects within Syria.
Clarissa, do these rebels have any expectation that more help is coming?
I think they have high hopes, but certainly they are very disillusioned and disappointed by the reaction of the international community. We attended a protest. We saw people burning photographs of President Hu Jintao and Prime Minister Putin. There's a lot of anger with Russia and China at failing to back a UN resolution. There is also frustration with America. Why is America not stepping in? America is about defending democracy, and this is what we are striving for as a people now, is to have freedom and democracy in our country.
Clarissa Ward, along with producer Ben Plesser, doing some extraordinary work inside Syria. We thank you for joining us tonight, Clarissa.